on, guys? It's your boy the Markham Knight here. Today's video is going to be all about the Batman. I did watch it and I'm going to give you my totally non-spoiler review of this movie, and I just want to get right into it. Guys, I love this movie. This movie is a triumph. If you are a Batman fan, if you read the comic books, specifically if you're a comic book reader, you will love this iteration of Batman. Now, I want to get right into the details here. Robert Pattinson is my favorite Batman of all time. Just wanted to let you know. Before that, it was Michael Keaton. I feel like I don't want to tell you exactly what he did well, but he embraced all the things that make Batman Batman and did it really, really well. He was highly intelligent, and you got to see Batman do a lot of detective work to kind of show his intelligence a little bit more. He still had his gadgets and his weapons and stuff. He was a great fighter, but not a perfect fighter, because this is only year 2 of Batman. And then on top of all that, he had like this obsession and passion and stuff like that that only Batman has, with that level of determinism and everything, thinking he can get everything done even when the odds are really, really stacked against him, or it seems like it's stacked against him. He doesn't lose his cool, and he's a little bit cuckoo with it, but you do see he doesn't have a lack of emotion. He doesn't lose his cool at all. And this Batman is the real him. Like with Superman, Clark Kent is sometimes a disguise, but it's not always. Like in the New 52, Clark Kent was like a different version of Superman, but Clark Kent was still his own character, and Superman was his own character also. With Batman, Batman is the actual person, and Bruce Wayne is the disguise, and we got to see a lot of that. And another thing that I really loved about this is that fear is one of the hugest things for this version of Batman. You get to see this version of Batman scare the shit out of people, and that is really, really cool. Sometimes it feels like a horror movie because of the way this Batman comes off and the way people treat this Batman, because a lot of people are shit scared of this Batman, and you should be. He is really, really badass and really, really well done. Now, in terms of casting, I feel like it was great casting, and I feel like all these characters were portrayed really, really well. Loved all the things Catwoman did. Loved Colin Farrell's Penguin, which looked amazing. He looked like a mob boss. He looks like, if you take a look at Colin Farrell's Penguin and you take a look at Alex Ross's drawings of Penguin, his art of Penguin, yeah, then you'll understand where he got a lot of inspiration, because it does look a lot like that. But he kind of looks like a Tony Soprano version of Penguin, rather than just the old small little Penguin with the monocle and stuff like that. But he looks really, really cool, and he's done really well. And then you also get to see the Riddler, and the Riddler is really, really well done, guys. Paul Dano has always been an amazing actor, so seeing him portray the Riddler, he did it really well. And I don't want to get into the details of what he did well exactly, but this is the kind of interaction you want with Riddler, without making Riddler a joke, but not taking that part of Riddler too seriously. It's really, really well done. A lot of people have a complaint about the length of this movie, the 3-hour runtime. I feel like if a movie is done well, I don't care how long it goes on. I love Zack Snyder's Justice League, and even though there are some parts in that I would trim down, like the singing for Aquaman thing, which was pretty stupid, but although there are some things I would tweak a little bit, this 3-hour time doesn't even hit you like that. It's a great movie from start to finish, and you really enjoy the 3 hours. If your bladder can handle it, you will love it. And it's kind of reminiscent of the older movies, like in the 90s and stuff, where a lot of movies were 3 hours. Now, another thing I want to talk about is that there is beautiful cinematography. This literally looks like every single frame could be a comic panel. Every single frame. Like, there are so many cool things, and I don't want to tell you any of them, but there are a lot of cool things that you'll see, and it's literally like reading a comic book. It looks that good. Now, the next thing I want to say is that there are a lot, and I mean a lot, of comic book references and Easter eggs, but at the same time, stuff that they've used from comics, and they've brought it in here. And it's kind of a mismatch of all that stuff. And it's done really well. It fits really, really well. But you get to see a lot of the inspiration that they took, and it's really, really cool. Now, finally, I do want to say this is a great change of pace from Spider-Man No Way Home, because Spider-Man No Way Home I really did enjoy, but it was a kid's movie, and a lot of those jokes didn't really hit with me. They were kind of corny. This is not a kid's movie. This is teens or adults movie. There are some kids, don't get me wrong, who will enjoy this movie, but this is basically like if you watch Batman the Animated Series as a kid or any point in your life, and now you've grown up, this is the grown up version of Batman the Animated Series, and it is done really, really well. Now, overall, what would I give this? I would give this a 9.5 out of 10. The only point 0.5 that I've taken off, I actually can't really talk about because it is a little bit of a spoiler, but I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. It is a near perfect movie for me, and Robert Pattinson is my favorite Batman. He encompasses everything I want Batman to be. This is a great Batman movie. Dark Knight might have been a better movie, which it's my favorite movie of all time, but this Batman is easily my favorite Batman. And I liked Ben Affleck's Batman, but he was a Dark Knight Returns Batman, so it wasn't really for me. I obviously didn't really care about the Val Kilmer or George Clooney Batman, because they were just kind of joke versions of the Michael Keaton Batman, but the Michael Keaton Batman was done really well. I thought Christian Bale's Batman was a little overrated. He couldn't really fight, he didn't really do any detective work, he wasn't very intelligent, he didn't make his own stuff. There was a lot of things I didn't like about his Batman, his voice being number one. And the voice in this is a little bit scratchy sometimes, but you can still discern what he's saying. But overall, I give this movie a 9.5. I loved it. I'm watching it again over the weekend. I'm going to watch it again maybe next Tuesday when the prices go down again, and we'll just kind of see from there. But I love this movie. Guys, go out and watch The Batman, and let me know what you think.
This is the Markham Knight, and I need you to like, comment, and subscribe.